mentor Warren Buffett. So I don't know if you guys know about Warren Buffett, but he started at the age of 11. So that's why I wanted to do this Youthful Invest between 11 and 18 because you're never too young to start. I started at 19. So if you start at 12, 13, 14, you're ahead of the game. So Warren Buffett started at age 11. He's now 95 years old. Yes, he's still alive. So if you do the math, he's been investing now for 84 years. In that 84 years, he's built a net worth of more than $100 billion. Dollars. Yes, billion dollars. Wasn't overnight. It took 84 years. And out of that 100 billion, he's given away 60 billion so far to charity. So that's why I tell people money is not bad or good. Money is just money. It's the heart of the person behind the money. And Warren Buffett has a really big heart. So far, he's given away 60 billion, and he says when he dies, 99% of his money will go to charity. That's 99 billion. So when you're starting out, don't allow people's negativity to tell you money's bad, money's evil. No, you can use money for good. We all have a choice on how we want to use money. And he just started with $100 and for those of you in South Africa, he started with 1,600 rand. So if you tell your parents, can you give me 800 rand for my birthday, 800 rand for Christmas, that's 1,600 rand. You can start going, start investing on the stock market, because to get to 100 billion US dollars doesn't happen overnight. You have to start small. And if Warren Buffett started with 100 US dollars, I started with 100 US dollars. And if you add up your birthday money, your bar mitzvah money, your Christmas money, your allowances, I'm sure you can get 100 US dollars, 1,600. And that's all it takes, guys, to start. So that's exciting. You don't need millions and millions. So I actually saw Warren Buffett live. I was in Omaha, Nebraska, USA. Let me know in the chat section. Can you guess how much people was there to see Warren Buffett live? It wasn't a couple of hundreds, guys. 40,000 people. Warren Buffett is like the Michael Jordan of investing, the Lionel Messi of soccer, the Ronaldo of soccer. He is 40,000 people flew in. I was one of them to hear him speak. That's just what a legend he is. And let me know if you're watching the World Cup. Who do you think is going to win it? Who are you supporting? Lionel Messi or Ronaldo? So, just a few things. So, that's me there by the bull statue in New York. When we say bull market, it means the market is moving upwards. When we say bear market, we mean the market is moving downwards. And since COVID pandemic, the market has been moving non-stop bull, non-stop upwards. So now is a great time to jump in while it's moving upwards. And then for another workshop, which I will do with your parents, it's how to make money even when the market is in a bear market, when it's going downwards, because that's when there's lots of bargains and stocks on sale. But that's for another workshop. This workshop is just to join in to the bull market that's currently happening now on the stock market, no matter how young you are. So the New York Stock Exchange is the biggest stock exchange in the world. So as you guys saw from that lemonade stand, someone starts a lemonade stand, they give out shares for shareholders that wants to own a piece of the lemonade stand. That's really what a share means, a piece of the business. And then when someone wants to resell that lemonade stand, when they want to resell it, that happens on the market. So it's like a shopping mall where you buy and sell goods. On the stock market, you buy and sell shares. And the New York Stock Exchange is the biggest stock exchange in the world. If you want to take a guess, How much companies is on the stock exchange? You can write it in the comment section. It's not a couple of 100 or 200. Guys, there's more than 2,000 companies on the New York Stock Exchange. The biggest companies in the world are listed on the New York Stock Exchange. All right. And then we have a second stock exchange in America, the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is like the cooler younger brother of the New York Stock Exchange because it's all the young tech companies. So when we speak about tech, we speak about technology, and there's a thing known as, well, there's more than 3,000 businesses on the NASDAQ, but there's a thing known as the Magnificent Seven. The Magnificent Seven. These are the seven biggest technology companies on the planet, in the world. And here they are. We got Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Amazon, Google, Meta, which is the old Facebook, and Meta owns Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Tesla. Elon Musk, a fellow South African, owns Tesla. These are the Mag 7, and with SpaceX just listing now, SpaceX is bigger than Tesla, so this should actually be the Magnificent 8. But guys, these are the biggest technology companies on the planet, all listed on the NASDAQ. Like I said, it's the cooler, younger version on the New York Stock Exchange. And remember, what's an exchange? It's just a place where you can buy and sell shares in companies, buy and sell pieces of businesses. So I was actually at Silicon Valley, which is where all the tech companies are. It's where Apple is, Amazon, NVIDIA, and Google. And I was at Googleplex, which is known as Google's head office. And you get a Google bicycle that you can ride around the campus. And it's really, really amazing and beautiful. Um, I tell your parents that you have to have a bucket list goal, things you want to do before you die. But you guys are still young, so you don't have to think of bucket lists, but just think of goals, right? Think of goals as something you don't just want to make money. You want to have goals and dreams that is above money, beyond money. So for me, one of my goal is travel. So I want to see 100 countries. I've been to 31 countries so far. But if that's your goal to go to America, to go to Europe, to go to Australia, have that goal that when you buy your shares, you're saving up so you can travel. Because travel is not cheap. So you want to save and save, build and build so you can see the world. So you can go to Brazil, you can go to Spain. Let me know in the chat section what is the countries that you want to visit. That is your goal list. Where do you want to watch? Do you want to watch the next World Cup live? Do you want to watch the next Olympics live? And for the South Africans in the room, this is our stock exchange in Johannesburg, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange in Sandton. More than 250 companies you can buy shares, pieces of. And that's why I started, guys. I went to university in Stellenbosch University. And then I was on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange for a few years investing. And then I moved over to the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. So I invest now on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ, but I started on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, the biggest stock exchange in Africa. And it's in the top 20 stock exchanges of the world. So if you just Google the country that you're from, what is a stock exchange in my country? It will tell you the name of your stock exchange. So let's start, right? So what is the stock market? It is just a collection of businesses. That is a very famous one. As you guys know, they sell Big Macs, they sell Happy Meals, McDonald's Corporation. Each stock has a stock code, as you can see there, MCD, and where it's listed. So because McDonald's is not a young, like cooler tech business, it's not on the NASDAQ, it's on the New York Stock Exchange. And that price there, 288.20 USD, that's 288 US dollars for one McDonald's share. And then it's colored in green, meaning it went up since yesterday, and it went up by about $2, and in percentage, 0.73. So that's how they list it. The name of the company, the stock code, and the stock price. $288 US for one McDonald's stock. And then you'll see it says sector. That is a fancy word for industry, right? Restaurants and consumers, if you buy and sell a good, right, you're a consumer. So when you go to McDonald's, you buy yourself a Big Mac, Happy Meal, you're a consumer of McDonald's, right? And then it has CEO. That's a very important person. That's like the principal of the school. They are in charge of the whole school. They are in charge of the teachers, in charge of you as the students. They run the school. And they have to manage the relationships between the parents and the teachers, right? So the CEO stands for the Chief Executive Officer. That's like the principal of McDonald's. And the principal there is Christopher J. Kempczynski. And as you can see, McDonald's is headquarters in Chicago, in America, founded in 1955. So you know the older the business, the safer the business. It's not a new business. And IPO, as you saw from the lemonade stand video, IPO stands for initial public offering. That's just a long word for when the company got put onto the stock market for the public to buy shares. I want to repeat that. The IPO date is the date that the company got put onto the stock market so you could buy the shares. And when a company makes a profit, right, a portion of those profits get paid to the shareholders. So you use your 288 US dollars and you bought shares. You bought one share. Whenever McDonald's makes a profit, you get a portion of those profits known as dividends. Remember that word because it's very important when you become an investor. You get a slice of the profits. So that's what I tell people. You already buying the Happy Meals, you already buying the Big Macs. Buy the stock. Then all the profits McDonald's makes, you get the slice of the profits known as dividends. And you can actually see the history there. Since for the past 5 years, McDonald's has been paying a dividend that's been increasing. So it's a very, very good share to buy. Um, I just want to, I think it skipped a share here. Yeah, this one I want to show you guys. So the stock market will go up and down every single day. Don't worry about that. Look at the longer term return. Return just means you put in $1, you got $2 back, you made a return of $1, right? It's your profit. I tell people the best way to look at is the 5 year return. So as you can see, McDonald's in 1 month made about 4.5%. 6 months it was in the red, so it went down by 9%. Year to date means from the beginning of the year up until now. And 1 year means last year, this time. In 1 year, it went down 5%. But we don't panic because in 5 years, McDonald's made a return of 22%. That's your growth. In 10 years, McDonald's made a 136% return. And the all-time McDonald's made 164,000%. So McDonald's is a good company over the long term. You have to look at the stock market over the long term. I don't know if you guys still have yo-yos. I had yo-yos when I was a child. A yo-yo bounces up and down. Your parents will know what a yo-yo is. But imagine you are walking up the staircase with a yo-yo. Although the yo-yo is bouncing up and down, you're still walking up the staircase. So it's still moving upwards. That's how you have to look at the stock market. It's okay if it bounces up and down every day. It's okay because over time, over 5 years, over 10 years, the McDonald's stock price moves up because they sell more burgers, they make more sales, they make more profits. Over time, it moves up. And then, like I mentioned, it moves up plus you get your dividends every year, a portion of McDonald's profits. So there's two reasons why we buy stock. Number one, the growth in the stock price to get your profits. And number two, the dividends that gets paid out your slice of McDonald's profits every year as a shareholder. So I want to speak about three big principles here